Hi, I'm Jack. Welcome to a short tour of Commusoft's paperless office plan. We're going to cover the core areas of the system and the different benefits it can bring to your business. We won't have time to cover everything, so if you do want to see other parts of the system, please book in a demo with us and we can answer all of your questions. If you're looking for features like automated scheduling, we do offer that too. Just check out our automation plan. First off, let's take a look around the interface of Commusoft. So here it is. It's a really intuitive layout, so you can quickly access all the different parts of the software with ease. In the top left, we have our search bar, which is always available, so it's here wherever you need to find customers, jobs, invoices, or pretty much anything else. Along the top, we've got four main tabs. Customers is where you can manage your customer database, contacts, and addresses. The diary is where you schedule and view engineers' appointments. We'll have a more in-depth look at this later. The suppliers tab is a central hub for managing supplier accounts. You can raise purchase orders, log invoices, and track payments. The final tab is for reports. You get these awesome widgets showing you a snapshot visualization of your data. Plus, you can access a whole wealth of customizable reports from the side panel. The top bar up here should feel really familiar and logical to navigate. You can access messages, office tasks, important notifications, and all of your settings. A quick note on settings. The whole of Commusoft is actually highly customizable, from the way your diary looks to email and SMS templates. You can really make it your own. So that covers our brief intro to Commusoft. Next, I'm going to take you through the 5 key areas of our software: jobs, the mobile experience, communications, finances, and reporting. If you like, you can skip through the chapters by using the shortcuts in the play bar below. Let's get stuck in with job scheduling and planning. Our paperless office plan comes with a host of features designed to maximize your team's efficiency and save on admin time, whether adding jobs in the diary or tracking your engineers. With Commusoft, you're able to manage both commercial and residential customers with either single or multiple properties. Let's take a look. Right now, we're viewing a tenant property that belongs to an estate agent. We can see all the details of the estate agent on the left, the landlord and the tenant on the right, so you can properly manage all the different contacts for this property. Now, imagine we've just received a job through from an estate agent. Let's get it added in and click Add New Job. First, we choose the type of job. This will automatically add the appropriate skills, which we can then use to help select the right engineer for the work. Notes for the engineer go in next. At this point, we have a choice to schedule it straight away or wait. In this case, we'll need to find out when the tenant will be home for the job first. Down here, we can mark the priority of the job and how we will access the property. Essentially, who has the keys. We need to contact the tenant first. You can also add access notes, like where the engineer should or shouldn't park. We'll add that. And here we have our job record. The first thing you'll notice is this banner at the top. This is letting me know that an automated access message has been sent to the tenant to find out when we can conduct this work. If we don't book the appointment in by a certain date, a follow-up will be sent too. By automating these sorts of tasks, Commusoft can save your team a significant amount of admin time. Each job record stores information against it, which you can access through these various tabs. These include parts that have been requested, ordered, and installed, certificates that have been completed in the field, attached files like photos from the site, any invoices, and costs, where parts, labour, and travel costs are automatically tallied. So let's assume we've heard from the tenant regarding access. We can then book in the appointment straight into the diary by clicking here. This is the diary. We can see all of our engineers and their appointments throughout the day, showing us when and where they need to be. You can colour code by engineer or by job type, so it's easy to find exactly what you're looking for. Simply hover over a diary event to see details and give it a click if you need to take further actions. Along the top, you'll see that we have different timeframes for the diary: daily, weekly, 2-weekly, and monthly. Let's hop in and take a look at the weekly view. Now we can see day by day. If you want to filter the diary, you can filter by users. Simply select whose diary you'd like to see. Now we're just viewing Jacob's diary. If we come back over to the daily view, you can see our user filter is still applied. We also offer a skills filter too. The repair skill is automatically ticked because the system knows that I'm adding a repair job in right now. But if I wanted to see all my gas engineers, for example, I simply pick that skill from the list. This makes it really easy for office staff to schedule the right person for the job. If you try to book someone without the corresponding skill for the job, you'll be warned that they lack the required skill. So let's put the repair skill back on. Before we get this appointment booked in, I want to show you the drag and drop functionality of our diary. You can just pick up events and change their time, or you can even easily move appointments between engineers just by dragging. It's really easy. If a job is fixed and needs to be done by a set time, you can also lock it so it can't be moved. Alright, so we've had a good look around the diary. Now let's get this appointment booked in. It looks like Jacob could fit this repair job in at 4:30 today, so we just drag to add the event. In the side panel, we can amend any of the details. We can see the property, date and time, plus the access notes that have been pulled through from the job. And down here, we can send any notifications. We can choose to notify the tenant by email, SMS or letter. And here's the magic. Commusoft automatically pre-populates the email with all the details of this job. Again, 100% customizable. You can also notify the customer. In this case, that's Foxton's letting agent. Finally, you can notify the engineer. They'll receive a mobile notification regardless, but if you prefer, you can send job notifications by SMS or email as well. We click save and the appointment is confirmed. We can see on the job screen that we now have a diary event for this repair job all booked in. So that's the job scheduling process in Commusoft. I want to take a minute and show you our real-time vehicle tracking feature, which can radically help improve reactive scheduling. With our dedicated GPS trackers, you're able to see exactly where your engineers are on the map. We'll also mark all of the appointments on there too. You can hover over the engineer to see if they're moving and how fast they're travelling. It can be used when scheduling for suggested routes and ETAs, so it's really helpful when you're trying to reactively pick the closest engineer. If you want to know more about our vehicle tracking, we have a 10-minute webinar which covers absolutely everything. Next, we're moving on to mobile. Let me introduce Paul.
Mobile workforce management is crucial for field service businesses. That's why Commusoft offers mobile tools, including a fantastic mobile app, designed to facilitate communication between your office and your engineers. I should point out that the app is available for iOS and Android devices, including tablets too, so everybody can access it. The Commusoft app can also work with or without an internet connection. Any data added when offline will automatically sync up once the connection returns. Let's take a look. This is the mobile diary on iPhone. Each engineer can see all of their appointments with where they need to be and when. Just as with the web browser version, we have different views available: daily, list, monthly, and a map. You can also search. If we search for Mr. Brown, we'll see all of his details there. We can also tap the microphone if we want to search using our voice as well. Here's the Android version of the Commusoft app. Slightly different look to iOS, but all the same core functionality. As I mentioned, the app is available for tablets too. These are great for managers who want to be able to view everybody's diaries whilst they're on the go, or if you just prefer a larger device. If you're using our real-time vehicle tracking feature, we also offer a standalone tracking app, so owners and managers alike can stay on top of their team's whereabouts from their phone as well. Let's run through a job workflow and see how the mobile app helps the back office track a job's progress. First thing, Jacob, our engineer, is going to receive a notification letting him know that a new job has been added. Once he opens that, he can go ahead and view the job by tapping on it. He'll see the property address and contact information. Any notes that were added by the office are there, as are access notes regarding where he can park. This is essentially the engineer's digital job sheet. No need for those paper ones anymore. One of the really important Commusoft workflows is centered around these buttons here at the top of the job. These allow the engineer to update the office in real time with the status of the job. So if the engineer is going to take this job, they just tap accept. Back in the office on the diary, the job gets a little thumbs up showing office staff and managers that it's been accepted. Next, the engineer needs to travel to the property. They can quickly get directions by tapping on the address and choosing their preferred app, such as Google Maps or Waze. When they're on their way, they tap travel, and just as before, that updates in real time on the diary, showing that the engineer is en route. Once they get to the property, they tap arrive, and the appointment now shows an icon indicating that the engineer is on site. These real-time updates keep everyone on the same page with what's going on for each job. The system keeps a log of the time and the location of the engineer for each of those statuses, and that data also pulls through into timesheets and reporting tools as well. So, the engineer has just got on site. The app now has an arrival question showing here: is your working environment safe? These questions are optional for you to set up and are entirely customizable. So our engineer, Jacob, is going to answer, yes, it's safe. Now he can get on with the repair job. He's got all the tools he needs in the app, so he can check the job contacts, any installed appliances or assets, technical references like where the water main, gas meter or fire alarms are. From the final tab, he has pretty much everything else, from parts and reminders to certificates and notes. Let's take a quick look at a few of these. First up, parts. From here you can search your parts database and install or request parts for the job. With property history, you can see all previous work that's been conducted at this site. Certificates. You can create a variety of gas, oil, electrical, and fire safety certificates from your phone. They're easy to fill out, you capture signatures straight from the device, and then can be emailed straight to your customers as well. Last one we'll look at, attached files. This makes it easy for engineers to add photos, video, and audio to the job record. Really useful for taking a snap to prove you left the property tidy or to document a particular issue. So Jacob is going to add a photo of under the sink in the kitchen. He just names the file, takes the photo, and there you go. I'm going to show you another cool thing with this. If you tap Edit down here, you can actually draw over the image. Let me pick out the color and change the thickness, and then I'm just going to circle this appliance here. Super helpful to highlight specific areas of an image. Now, let's assume the engineer has completed the repair job and fixed the asset. Before they leave, they need to fill out their job report by tapping here. Just like the job arrival questions, these are totally customizable. In this case, we're asking, have you taken a photo and have you left the site tidy? So, yes and yes. And save. Now, the final step, just to leave the property. Tap Leave. We're asked whether the job is complete or if it requires additional work. Yes, it's complete. Next, we have the customer sign off to confirm the work has been done. You can select who is providing their signature. In this case, the tenant, Mr. Brown. He just signs straight onto the screen. And lastly, the engineer's signature as well to finalize everything. At this stage, the engineer can raise an invoice from their phone or choose to leave it to be processed by the office team. That's us all done on the mobile. Let's quickly jump back onto the web version of Commusoft, because I really want to highlight the connection between your engineers and your office staff. Everything the engineer is doing on the mobile app comes through in real time to the office, so they can hop in and take a look at the job report we just completed. It's a nice branded document with the engineer's answers and notes, signatures, and site photos. From there, they can go ahead and email that to the customer, which takes us perfectly onto the next chapter, customer communication in Commusoft. Let me pass you back to Jack.
At Commusoft, we know that communication is key to offering the best service to your customers. That's why we make it easy to track contacts, send reminders and confirmations, and offer a smooth customer journey with our online portals. Let's take a look at a customer record. Here is Jack Carlton. We've got his property and contact details at the top. And one of the things you'll notice is this red bubble up here. This is showing us that this customer actually owes us money, which makes it easy to track any debts for that customer. If we scroll down, we can see any ongoing or scheduled work, as well as all past jobs for this property. So you always have that full picture available to you. Like other parts of the system, we have tabs to organise information. So let's take a look through some of these. The first one is Notes. This is a log of all the communications you've exchanged with this customer. Whether it's emails, SMS, or calls, you can easily see exactly what's been said and when. We can see we've emailed Jack here, and here he called into the office. It's all recorded and logged. You can search and you can filter by date. We have buttons to add notes, send communications like emails, and you can also send SMS messages straight from the software. Just select who to send the SMS to and type out your message. Or you can save time with a template. You can set up as many SMS templates as you like, plus use various tags like this, customer name tag, to automatically add information from the database about the customer or the job. Once we add that, you'll see it adds Jack's name straight into the message, so it's personalised for him. And it's on its way, with the record instantly logged. Next is Contacts. Pretty straightforward. You can save contact details for various people who are connected to that property. Branches is for managing a company's different offices or locations, and the Work Address tab is used to store every property or site that you do work at for this customer, such as tenants' properties or commercial buildings. Each work address then has its own record of jobs, communications, and contacts. Reminders. This is where you manage different types of reminders. The key thing here is service reminders. If you offer regular recurring services like safety checks and certificates, you can set up automatic reminders to inform the customer that their service is due. We can even send automatic follow-ups as well. This is massive for service-focused businesses, allowing you to reduce admin time whilst increasing return revenue. This property currently has 2 service reminders, a fire alarm service and a gas safety. You can also add general reminders for other tasks. Let's add a new service reminder in. A commercial AC service, due in 3 months' time. Pick who to notify and save it. That's now in the list and will automatically send Jack an SMS and an email in 3 months' time regarding that AC service. That's one more thing you don't need to worry about. Finally is the Files tab. This is where you can drag and drop files into the system. viewable by both office staff and the engineers. Here we've got a product manual, which the engineer can refer to from their phone, plus a photo that's been added. That covers the customer screen. You can also set up service contracts and plan preventative maintenance for customers. Let's move on to Commusoft's online portals. These are available on the paperless office plan and above, and give customers convenient ways to interact with your business. Customers can request jobs from your website, receive and accept estimates, track their engineer en route to their property, pay their invoices, and provide feedback as well. Our online booking form can be embedded into your website, so you get this button, request an appointment. Customers can then let you know what work they need and when, and that request comes straight into your Commusoft account. The estimate portal. This allows you to add a link into your estimate communications. When the customer clicks on the link, they can review the estimate details, quoted price, and any terms and conditions. If the customer is happy with it, they can accept it online and also pay any required deposits with their card as well. When an engineer starts travelling to the property, you can automatically send an SMS to let the customer know. With the engineer profile portal, the customer can click the link and view the location of their engineer as they're travelling, plus the expected arrival time, so your customer knows exactly when you'll get there. Finally, once you've completed a job, you may want some feedback on how it went. This communication can be set up to be automated and includes a simple feedback survey. The customer just says whether it was a positive or negative experience, and you can also leave text comments. Hopefully something good like this one, but you may also get bad feedback that can in turn help you improve your service. That covers customer communication in Commusoft. Next, let's take a look at finances and invoicing. I'll hand you over to Hannah.
Money underpins more or less everything your business does. With Commusoft's finance features, you can speed up invoicing, smoothly send data to your accounting packages, and offer new ways to take payments, all of which help improve cash flow within your business. At the centre of all of this is your accounting software. So whether you use Xero, Sage, QuickBooks, or any of these others, Commusoft can communicate and send finance data between them seamlessly. When you invoice a job in Commusoft and receive payment, that data will automatically be sent to your accounting package. That means there's no manual input or double entry of data. Plus, there's no chance of accidental typos messing up your accounts. It seems simple, but without a reliable and automatic integration to your accounting package, you'll be stuck wasting time copying data between two systems. Those aren't the only finance integrations we offer. You can also integrate with payment gateways to take payments both online and on-site. Great tools for getting paid quicker and increasing your cash flow. But what does invoicing in Commusoft look like? So here we have a job that has been completed and is ready to be invoiced. The yellow banner is letting us know it's complete and needs to be actioned. From there, we can click Raise Final Invoice. You can raise final as well as partial invoices in Commusoft. Partial invoices are useful if you tend to invoice in stages or partway through a job. We'll stick with raising a final invoice for now. We can quickly add the details just by copying them directly from the job, so all the data stays together with the invoice. Invoice numbers, like job numbers, are sequential and automatically generated. You can categorize your invoices to allow you to filter and report on different types. So we can pick from service, install, or repairs, but you can create as many different categories as you need. Next, invoice breakdown. Sometimes a simple invoice will suffice. Other times you need a full breakdown with every part listed out. We'll go ahead with a full breakdown, and then we can add all the pricing items we need. Just type to search your database of pricing items, which is entirely configurable by you. I'll choose our standard callout, so that will put our standard charge in of £120 plus VAT. We can also add line items to the invoice. We can choose from labour, parts, and travel. The labour rate shows our engineer spent 28 minutes on site and calculates labour costs based on that engineer's hourly rate. We can also see that we've used one part for this job, a bathroom extractor fan. So let's click on that to include it in the invoice as well. That is added and takes our total to £151.25 plus VAT. If we save our invoice, we can view it. It's ready to be sent out to the customer. Simply click the Email Invoice button and you'll see your pre-written email template filled out with all the customer and invoice details. The PDF is attached too. It's all ready to go. Just select who you want to send it to and you're done. While that's on its way, let me show you how the PDF invoice looks. If we click Print, you'll see it on the side here. Professional looking, branded, with your logo and certifications and all the details we just added in. It couldn't really get any easier. Using Commusoft, we've created and got our invoice out to the customer in just a few minutes. It truly is a massive time saver. Now, that email we just sent only included a PDF, but we could have included a link to our invoice portal too. This allows the customer to immediately pay online, from their desktop, their phone, or even from the pub, wherever they are. They'll be able to view the invoice and pay straight from their browser with a credit or debit card. This not only speeds up the time it takes for you to get paid, but it gives customers the sort of easy-to-use tools that they're increasingly expecting from businesses. That does it for me on finances. We've got one last chapter covering Commusoft's reporting tools with Reese.
Without accurate reporting, it's very difficult to know how your business is growing and progressing. That's why Commusoft allows you to report on practically every area of your business's performance, so you can always stay informed, whether using our deep dive custom reports or quick view graphs and charts. Let's open up the reporting tab of Commusoft and check it out. First thing you'll see is your dashboard and an array of visual data. We call these reporting widgets, and they act as a mini overview of your business, showing you all sorts of information from first-time fix rate and customer satisfaction to sales by month. I want to show you a couple in detail. Job status. This is basically a scheduler's best friend. You can see which jobs haven't been booked, what's in progress, or any that need attention. If we click on the 80 here for jobs without appointments booked in, we're going to see all of those jobs, and we can click into each record and get something booked in. If we go back to our dashboard, we have the parts status widget. This one shows you how many parts have been requested, are on order, or awaiting installation. If we click into requested parts, we'll see a list of the jobs and the exact parts that have been requested against them. You can then action those simply by ticking the box and raising a purchase order for the parts. Now, let's take a look at our standard reports. From the side panel here, you can access reports on all different areas of Commusoft. If we take a look at our sales report, we can see all of our invoices. Every report in Commusoft has these dynamic filters at the top, so you can create specific views of your data. For example, if I wanted to see invoices that were created this month, but have not been paid, I apply those. We now see just those invoices and also see that we have £2,239 outstanding from this month so far. If you wanted to come back to this report, you can save it as a custom report. No need to manually apply the filters again. You can also print or export your data to Excel as well. Let me show you an example of a custom report. If we come down to users, we have some custom timesheet reports saved for specific engineers, like Jack's timesheet here. This already has saved filters, showing just Jack's timesheet data for the current week. Each entry logs the job, travel time, and time spent on site for the engineer, so you can easily compile timesheets without hassle. That's just the tip of the iceberg for reporting. There's so much more useful data and analytics that you'll be able to access once you get your hands on it. Back to you, Jack.
That wraps up our product tour. We've shown you how Commusoft assists with job scheduling, keeps your engineers and office in sync, improves customer communication, speeds up invoicing, and finally, allows you to report on your entire business. Everything we've covered today is included in our paperless office plan, which is £35 per user per month. You'll also get trained by our fantastic client services team. As I said at the start, there's a lot we haven't looked at in this video, like assets, contracts, parts, and stock management. So please book in a demo with the sales team, who are happy to answer any questions you have and discuss how Commusoft can solve the challenges your business faces. Just click the link below this video and you'll be able to pick out your preferred day and time and book a call straight into our diary. If you're a little more old school, just give us a call. We look forward to hearing from you. If you're looking to drive efficiency further with powerful automation and scheduling tools, we also offer our automation and enterprise plans, which include even more features designed for larger businesses.